Good morning, children. Welcome back to our new class from grade 6 Diversity and Discrimination from Civics, Lesson 2. This is Sridevi from Thala Padmavati International School, Warangal. Today we are going to learn about diversity and discrimination. Yes, in the last chapter we discussed about diversity in India, which was about different religions and caste. As you all know, India is a place of many differences. These differences are based on the religion, caste, culture, and many more such systems or traditions. India is a home of different and major religions, around 8 major religions in the world. Though they are being discriminated, though they are being found to be badly treated. India is a place of unity in diversity. Around 8 major religions compared to the world. India got its importance with 8 major religions. We can see all these 8 religions in India. And there are around 1600 languages and 100 dance forms. So now let's go deep into the topic. How can we differ the people? Yes, they are identified based on their dress, language they speak, and the food they eat. And it's of attitude and opinion which are the formation for the upliftment of the lower caste, which we learn from this topic. Here we got 2 terms we are going to learn about in this lesson, which are based on the culture and tradition of the society, or the way they think, or the narrow mindedness of the people in the society, where they ill treat the lower caste or the backward caste people with the 2 general words which got a very deep importance and meaning, which are called as prejudice and stereotypes. So in this lesson we are going to see the downtrodden people who are being ill treated, who are being badly insulted in the societies due to such type of prejudice and stereotype people in the society. So what is this prejudice means? A prejudice means a bias, behavior, or a negative feeling towards something. Generally we see in the villages people with their own culture who are very backward in their living conditions based on their dress, their color, the way they speak, or the tradition they maintain in their villages. These all are being considered as prejudice or stereotypes which are being become the important point in the society, where we need to discuss and understand that people all over the world are equally to be treated. Though they live in the cities or though they live in the villages, they are the people with human culture. The caste, tradition, religion, all these are nothing based on humanity and unity. We are the people of country India with togetherness, with no difference of caste, religion, language, food, clothes, culture, or color, whatever it may be. So a prejudice means a biased behavior or a negative feeling towards something. It might be language they speak, it might be the ill treatment towards the other people whom a person knows a best behavior, or a educated person compared to. Here even importance is not that educated or not educated, illiterate or literate. It is completely on the human culture or the humanity, where we need to give the importance to all the people in the society. So we deal with these two words which are very important in this lesson. So let's say that if a person who can not speak proper English could be considered as an inferior person. Of course, a feeling where he or she is unable to speak, a sort of feeling will be in their mind that they feel somewhat inferior, where they cannot expose themselves or come out of their mindset. So it would be a negative feeling which is associated with a person, even despite the fact that the person knows much better than a person who can speak. Of course, it is not that a person is to be treated or insulted where he don't know the proper language or the skill of the language. To say exactly, prejudice means injustice, discrimination, a kind of negative feeling which can be said as a prejudice. So this would be even on skin color, clothing, etc., which we commonly see where the dark skinned people are being treated. The best example would be the African people who were being very badly treated by the European people in case of their color, and that was really very bitter situation faced by the African people due to their dark skin color. Now the other subject topic is about stereotype. This is a preconceived notion about a group of people, like to fix the people into a particular image. Maybe like it would be as gender difference, like generally we say the examples now and then in our families, like boys don't cry. So commonly it's a word which is being inculcated in the mind of boys right from their young age, that boys are strong enough, boys need to face the problems, boys are not supposed to cry. So if generally we see a boy crying, the co-friends or the society tease him or laugh at him. All such which exactly not related to the negative feeling as in the case with the prejudice, as we call as. The other example would be disabled, where people comment them in general in the society. The disabled people are also where a girl is meant for kitchen, she has to learn the household works, she has to learn how to cook, she has to look after the children. Being a woman, she has to take care of the children and the family. These are the negative feelings which are being created in the society to discriminate the gender equalities. Here, this is based on poor or rich, based on religion, maybe even on tribal societies, and even people who does job like washing, garbaging, municipal employees, who feels like it is a dignity job. So all this leads to discrimination and generate inequality in the society, and such are primarily created or raised due to the prejudice or the stereotypes that exist on the basis of mental framework of the people. Now let's know about how the Muslim girls are not allowed to get educated, which can be called as stereotypes. However, in Kerala, 60% of the teachers are female, and the government runs special buses to these teachers and are sent to the rural areas to teach. So, in recent proofs shows that the Muslim girl is not educated because of the religion, but because of the poverty. So, the stereotypes are gradually changing, or these would be the correct opinion of the people to understand the stereotype. Now let us know about the great person who written our constitution. He was the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who was the father of the Indian constitution and who fought for the rights of the Dalits and experienced the first feeling of untouchability when he was just 9 years in the year 1901. When he was going to Goregaon in Maharashtra, as he reached the station, his father was about to reach, but due to some work or the other reasons, father was unable to come to station. But when Ambedkar spoke to station master, then a while station master asked to which caste he belongs to. Ambedkar replied that he belongs to Mahar caste. And during that, the Mahar caste were considered as untouchables in the Bombay Presidency regions, and that was spread all the way in Bombay. Finally, he was stuck up in the station till evening. No person of that place were ready to help him, and that was the experience faced by Ambedkar at his very young age, which was a caste discrimination. Apart from this, in recently in Shampur in Uttar Pradesh also there was a situation faced in the society. So all these are the related to the caste system or the untouchability. According to the culture in India, caste system was based on a ladder system where upper caste occurs at the top of the ladder system, and the Dalits, who were considered as the untouchables, were towards the lower of the ladder. These Dalits later on their names as converted to SCs or the scheduled caste under the Constitution of India. The word Dalits means broken. That would be the technical meaning in the society. Then even there are striving for equality who were struggling since years. These social movements were primarily working towards reforms in the society that were existing. So the main motto of this was Dalits, women, tribal and peasants. Here women were striving for education, Dalits for equality level in the society. And finally, when the Constitution of India was drafted, it was clearly mentioned that all the people of India were considered equal. There were equal rights, equal status in the society. Untouchables are to be abolished, which was proposed in the Constitution. There was the right to equality for the poor and the marginalized communities, and there must not be any religion, no language, no festival, and equal status in the society. So finally, considering this fact, India became a secular nation that respect the present equal status to all the religion in our country, India. This is what the lesson which would give us the full meaning about discrimination and diversity, which gives us the idea of united we stand. Hope you have understood, children. Have a good day. Thank you.